welcome to the Paramount Theater Boardroom. I'm Sherry Archibald, Director of the Paramount Theater and Goldsboro Event Center, and excited to have a guest here with me, Mr. Jack Kannan, to talk about an upcoming film festival. Jack, it's good to see you. Not just any upcoming film festival. This is the 8th annual Praxis Film Festival.
Correct. We started at the college when I had a faculty member, Anita Crosman, who's still with us. She's the director of the film festival. She came in my office and wanted to start. She's all excited about film and wanted to start it. And I said, it was 2008 or 9. I said, we're trying to save the programs we already got. She wanted to start a new film program. And Wilmington was going strong at this time. I said, I'm sorry, I just don't think that's going to work. And she came back and said, they told me to come back and talk about a film festival. And so I learned a little bit about it from her at that time. And we tried it at the college, and we had a little success at the beginning. We got students from Wilmington and Raleigh to submit films, and then we learned how to get films submitted, and the rest is history. And then we came here because of the support at the college. We had 80% of our students worked and had things to do that could not be physically supported. And so when we came out here, the numbers doubled and tripled, and then we finally moved out here totally because they finished the renovation downtown.
This was a great mix, wasn't it?
Yes, very good. We did it in the wintertime thinking that would be a good time. People closed in over Christmas and New Year's, had a month off, you know, and now they come out here because it's too cold to go outside. What happened last year, though, filmmakers and our intern students from out of town, when we did a critique, said, why don't you do it in warmer weather? We love your downtown. It's beautiful, and we had a few more stores open for them to go visit. So we changed it to the first weekend in May. This is turning out to be the busiest weekend around here.
It doesn't matter. I hate when people say there's nothing to do, because there's always something to do around here.
I agree.
But the weekend of May the 4th and 5th, there is the 8th annual Praxis Film Festival to do. So Praxis, a lot of people will ask, where did that name come from? Why Praxis?
It came from Anita. She's a faculty member at NC State right now, and she said this Praxis is about like a practice teaching. And so we thought these are practice filmmakers, and hopefully they get submitted. And we do have cash awards for people that submit their films. And we have students and animations. $500 in full length is $1,000 for the film. And the audience choose them. We just do a little ballot. They check it off and turn them in, and then we award them that way. And they're international films. It's not just local North Carolina, United States, you know. So that's been interesting too. 2 years ago, a film from India won called The Lunchbox.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it's really, and I go home and my daughter traveled around and I found The Lunchbox. I never really quite understood it, but after I saw the film, it's how they sent the lunches out to their spouses or loved ones or whatever. So it's very interesting. And then there's some sad things, some documentaries done of kids in Dominican Republic, how they have to go out and do windshields and hopefully get enough money to bring home to pay for something to eat for the family. And also it's really helpful to have the international flavor to it. And I think some of the ones I like the most are our student films. They come up with some of the darndest ideas. And I say that because there's one that always comes to mind is one about a plastic bag.
I was going to say that's one of my favorites. And you know, to think it's been, I guess that one's probably about 3 years old.
Yeah.
But here I remember that one, and it was very short. But it was meaningful and really made you stop and think, and that's what this is all about. There are a variety of different short films, documentaries, so you might see something that's 3 minutes long, something that's 60 minutes long, and you have an option. You'll be able to read about these things when you get here and find out more and more about them. So you might want to, I think to me one of the interesting things is if it's something you're not real excited about, or you don't get, or maybe this is a little too dark for you, or maybe not dark enough for your mind, you know, then you have sit through another 7 minutes. There's going to be another one to watch, and they are. But that one resonated with me too. But as you were saying, it's a plastic bag that's kind of floating through the air, and you recognize when we are throwing plastic bags away, what it's doing to our world. But also it gives you this kind of overall view from the top to see things that are going on in our world too.
Exactly.
It's really interesting.
And the multiple uses that we did.
Yes.
The bag is actually doing the talking, the music's playing. You see a woman, not the head up, from down, she gets the groceries. Oh, I'm taking her groceries home. Oh, we're going to play, then it changes the scene. We're going to play tennis, you know. And oops, she hurt her ankle.
Yeah.
And I got ice in the bag, you know.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, oh, we're walking the dog, and then oops.
I was going to say.
But it was a good one, and
Yeah.
it did stick with me. But this year we got a short documentary that I think is going to really hit people in Wayne County, especially because...
You were telling me about that. Let's share with our viewers a little bit about it.
It's a documentary. It's called Goldsboro Ground Zero. Back in 1961, when a plane from Seymour Johnson crashed and had 2 hydrogen bombs on it. And one was not activated, but the other one was somewhere around Fayette in the county. And they looked, and I was in the 11th grade, I think, and we were just scared to death because it goes off, and you know, how far would it destroy this area and all that. And this documentary, I'm anxious to see it. I didn't want to see it. I want to see it here, but it's going to be very interesting. People I've sort of teased with, we're having this documentary, all the ones my age are saying, oh, I want to come see. There's nothing else, just that. And it's very well done. We have Friday mornings, Allison Daly does a great job of getting high school students to come, and we get them in here. And we have our student films, and we want to show that documentary because they or maybe their parents haven't even known about it, or there was an article a few months ago about it. But we want to show them to see a little history of what's happened here and in the past. And the director is coming for a question and answers. So we're going to show it, since it's not too long, a couple more times. And
Good.
I can tell the viewers, if it's okay, that if you go to Praxis, Praxis,
Yeah.
filmfestival.org, you can actually see the listing of the films, a little write-up about it. And if you want to specifically see this, and we will hope you see them all, but if you want to specifically see when this is played, they'll be able to see it on our website.
I think that's really important for our viewers to know. As we're wrapping things up, it is May the 4th and 5th. Tickets are available online at goldsboroparamount.com, but go to praxisfilmfestival.org.
.org.
.org. And he's just going to make sure, praxisfilmfestival.org. You'll be able to see a few photos. You'll be able to see all the details about each one of the films and the length of time, because that kind of lets you know that, I've got soccer practice in the morning. I'm going to be able to fit this in the afternoon. There's lots of breaks in between, and I think that's one of the beauties of having this downtown, is because folks can just kind of take off, go get a cup of coffee, grab lunch, come back. And just make a full day of it downtown. So we encourage you to do the same. Take a look at their website as well as ours, because we'll have a link and details from our website. Go to goldsboroparamount.com. We look forward to seeing you here on May the 4th and 5th for Praxis Film Festival. Thanks so much, Jack.
Thank you. Appreciate it.